everybody, what's going on? Adamager here, and today I'm going to be going over my PSP collection. PSP games have dropped in price severely, so it's a good system to kind of be on the lookout for. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what I have. In my opinion, the PSP, because it wasn't so popular, doesn't have a lot of really shitty titles on it. So it's definitely a good system where you kind of pick up just whatever you can. And like most stores, like $1 will get you a PSP title or less. Like Best Buy recently did 99 cents for all of their used PSP and PS2 games. So it's a good system to kind of be on the lookout for games for it. I'm going to go over what I have right now. Starting with, whoa, sticky. Alien Syndrome. Now this was also on the Wii, and I mostly played it on the Wii. I rented it a while back, and I didn't like the controls for it. But it's a Sega. It's Sega. It has a lot of the Sega charm. You can kind of feel it. It's like a third-person shooter kind of thing, run and gun, I guess. But third-person, full 3D. It's pretty good. Like I said, I'm more familiar with the Wii version, but this one is more preferable because I don't have to use motion controls, which are I hate motion controls. All right, this is the Archer Maclean. Mercury and Mercury Meltdown, kind of a Marble Madness feel here. I played Mercury Meltdown on the Wii yet again. Not knocking the Wii, I know it seems like I'm knocking the Wii a lot, but I prefer to play these games not on the Wii. So this was a nice little 2-pack. I got this for $5, brand new. 2 games in one. I've always kind of wanted to get into these. I'm more into that kind of like puzzly feel, stuff like that. You actually like turn into a liquid. It's pretty cool, like interesting puzzle game. I'd recommend it if you're into puzzle games for sure. Here is Bust-A-Move Deluxe. I'm a big fan of Bust-A-Move, also known as Puzzle Bobble. On the other side of the seas, you know, you got Bub and Bob from the Bubble Bobble series. Awesome, awesome series, definitely. This was a more interesting, more kind of darker game. I guess they kind of know like what kind of people own PSPs, and it's pretty sweet. Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, and this was re-released in Red Label, so it was easy to find, like even at like major chains like Walmart and Kmart and stuff for like around $10. I got it relatively new. I believe I still only paid like 10, 12. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch my Obtain video. But it has Castlevania Rondo of Blood and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. However, you have to beat Rondo of Blood to get Symphony of the Night. But it's still worth it. It's awesome playing this on the go. I pretty much just go through the first level, unlock Maria Renard here, and fuck shit up. I have never played through Symphony of the Night yet. I know I need to get on it. Crazy Taxi Fare Wars. I forgot if this is just Crazy Taxi and Crazy Taxi 2 collection. I got this for relatively cheap. I believe it was Best Buy, maybe, something like that. I got it relatively cheap. I think it was something that was going out of business or having like a big sale. I got this a while ago. It includes a couple of mini games, 30 mini games it says on the back here, which are pretty fun. Add a little bit to it. I have the first one actually on the Dreamcast, and that's the way I prefer to play it. But it's still pretty fun. They did do a lot of ports for the PSP. This one I haven't even opened yet. I got this for $5, brand new, obviously, because it's still sealed, and that's Daxter from the Jak and Daxter series. I did moderately enjoy that series. More importantly, I liked the little sidekick, and him having his own game was pretty interesting. So I picked it up. I mean, for $5, you know, why the fuck not build the collection a little bit? I know it's got to be a pretty decent title. Death Jr. This actually has 2 different box arts, so take a good look at it. I don't know what the difference is because I did get it used from Play and Trade. This is a nice little third-person kind of hack and slash. Obviously, you play as Death Jr., lots of skeletons, eyeless dolls, shit like that, kind of a creepy, cool environment. It's by Konami, so they know how to give you that kind of environment, that dark environment, and do it pretty well. Really interesting title. Definitely look it up. There's also some Wii games from that series as well. Deadhead Fred. Now this is an interesting third-person beat-em-up. Basically, you get different power-ups by using different heads, and you just kind of swap the heads out. It's pretty cool. I haven't put a lot of time into this, but it's definitely an interesting game. One you can find for relatively cheap, and worth the pickup. So check that one out. Deadhead Fred. let's see, what do we got here? Dungeon Maker Hunting Ground. I don't know if any of you guys remember from my DS collection video talking about Master of the Monster Lair. It's very similar to that. You kind of build your own dungeon to attract monsters and stuff like that. It's just a little less cartoony, more adults, even though it's still rated E. Well, it's E10 and it's from Xseed. Very interesting, very nice graphically, especially like the overlay scenes with like the anime style characters and shit, like when you go to the shops and whatnot. Very interesting game. Good pickup. I think that was I think I actually found that at like a GameStop or something for like $1.99 or some shit like that. So this is still sealed. Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection. I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy. I'm not a big RPG guy. I do, however, want to get into 4. I heard 4 was really good. American 4, of course. Complete collection, obviously, the definitive collection. I believe they have the SNES music in this one and some additional content, like I think a prelude is something. I don't know. It doesn't really say on the back here. Well, it says enjoy the first complete Final Fantasy IV experience for the first time in North America. So, yeah. Interesting. I haven't opened it yet. I do plan on getting into this eventually. I got a lot of stuff I've been doing PSP style. So, it's coming up. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Now, I actually have not played this yet, but I love the series first and foremost, and that got me into the PS2 game, the Ghost in the Shell PS2 game, which was phenomenal. I saw this one at a plane trade, and he basically wanted to liquidate it. I think he was doing like buy 2 get 2 free or something like that. It was fucked up. Like, he just wanted to get rid of the shit. It's got it says train and customize your own, I always say it wrong, Takikomo, the like 4-legged battle thing. It's like a spider fucking robot mech shit fucking awesome thing. I can never say it right. I'm terrible with like Japanese and shit. I'm not exactly, I know that it's like a first-person shooter and you kind of use it. I don't really know too much. Popped it in for like a millisecond just to kind of make sure it's still booted up, but PSP games aren't games that typically don't work, so oh, this one was great. The Gradius Collection. This has Gradius 1, 2, 3, 4, and Gaiden. Fucking awesome. Over 40 stages of intense action. This was great. This was, as soon as this came out, I got it because I knew it would disappear. I've seen it 1 or 2 times since, so it's still kind of around, but yeah, it's got all 5 games on it. It's awesome. Looks great. Sounds great. If you're a shmup fan, you need to get this. I got this before I even got like I only had Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo at the time when I got this, and a lot of people were like, you have fucking Gradius for the NES, and you say you love shmups? Fuck you. I'm like, oh, dude, what? You have this? No, so shut your fucking mouth. I can't remember if I bought friends' copies of these or not, but I remember thinking about buying a bunch. I don't know if I did or not. Hammerin Hero, love-hate relationship with this one. I've beaten it. I beat it back-to-back, and the second time I tried to speedrun it. And then I beat it, the third time I beat it on a live stream. You get different costumes and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a lot easier than like the arcade version. Atlas published it, but it's made by Irene, which I fucking love Irene. I was going to give this away or sell it to somebody on the Pete's Gaming Forum, but that fell through, so I still have it, and I don't know, I'm kind of glad now that I'm actually giving a lot more attention to my PSP. Infected! Oh man, I forgot all about this game. I have not played this game. You can customize your character and unlock new ones, including Slipknot. So any game that has Slipknot in it, you have to buy, right? I believe you can be a cow as well, and an evil Satan. Soundtrack includes Slipknot, El Nino, and Chamaria or something. It's all fucking metal. I heard great things about this. Like, a lot of people were just like, holy fuck, you need to fucking get this. This seemed like it was catered specifically to like the hardcore metalheads that were actually picking up PSP. So I was like, oh, I gotta fucking get that. Haven't experienced it yet though, but I know I got it really, really cheap. Invizimals. Now, this came with the camera, and you kind of need the camera to go around and find these little guys with. And you got a little card. It's kind of like the AR stuff that we have for the 3DS, a little bit. It's not really fun. It's not really enjoyable. Basically, you can fool it just by having a couple of different colored pieces of construction paper. However, the interactions, like with the there's live motion video and stuff like that, pretty interesting, pretty intriguing. It doesn't merit having a second one, especially the second one released at full price without the camera. But it was there. I think it was like half off at Best Buy with the camera, and I was like, oh, you know, why the fuck not? So I do actually have a PSP camera. Jeanne d'Arc. Yeah, I actually haven't played this either. I believe that this is an action RPG. This was first party, which is why I bought it. I found this in a clearance bin at a Walmart. I might have played it. I don't remember. But yeah, it's like a team-based action RPG, I believe. Which, if I'm gonna do an RPG, I'm gonna play action RPGs similar to like Infinite Undiscovery on the Xbox 360. So yeah, man, I really need to put more time into it. Killzone Liberation. I do have all of the Killzone games, even though I'm not the biggest first-person shooter. I generally do not go mainstream, but Killzone, at least Killzone 1, I enjoyed. Killzone 2, 3, not so much. This one, I don't really know. $5 brand new. Picked it up just to kind of complete the Killzone collection. So yeah. Little Big Planet. This took a long fucking time to find. I like how it's kind of stripped down from the big one, the main one on the PS3. A little easier to get to the levels and stuff like that. Equally as frustrating to customize anything. Like, this game is... The main appeal of the Little Big Planet series is customization, and they make it really painfully fucking difficult, at least for me. But it was definitely fun. I don't know if it was worth the $35 I paid for it, because I did get brand new for like a 12-hour road trip, actually up to where I live right now, from Florida. Loco Roco, fantastic fucking game. Fucking play this game. Download the third one on the fucking PSP. Do what you gotta fucking do. It is great. I'm surprised they didn't release like a collection for the PS3 or something like it, because it is first party, and it is fun. It is charming. It is entertaining. No, it's not for everybody, but I severely enjoy it. So much that I even bought the second one, and I believe we have the third one, Dark Carnival, on one of the PSPs, because there are actually 3 in this house, which we can say the same for 3DSs. But yeah. So good stuff. Good series. All right, moving on. Lord of the Ring Tactics. This I got with the buy 2 get 2 at the Play and Trade. Don't know too much about it. Wait, was this one? No, I don't remember. Okay, I don't fucking remember. I don't think this was one. But yeah, I haven't put too much time into it. I think it's grid-based tactics. Don't really know. Lumines II. I have the first Lumines game on Xbox 360. Figured I would kind of get the second one. Why the fuck not? Pretty weird rhythm-ish puzzle game. This has got Beck on it, so I was like, fuck yeah, Beck! It also has Black Eyed Peas. But hey, what are you gonna fucking do? It's pretty sweet, so picked it up. Luxor. Now I do actually quite enjoy Luxor a good bit. So yeah, I picked this up. Most of you guys know what it is. Kind of like a puzzle game. The track is continuously moving. You gotta try to get the colors. You know, your fucking mom has played it on fucking Pogo. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Marvel trading card game, and I believe this is a little faded, sun damage on the front, not on the back. This I did get from Play and Trade. I haven't actually played it, but I know that like some of the graphics, some of the still pictures, if you can see right there, are fucking amazing. I am a Marvel fan, pretty decently sized Marvel fan. Not so much into comic books per se, but I definitely like the characters and stuff like that. Me and My Katamari. I am a big Katamari fan, though I'm not the greatest at it. I have all of the Katamari games besides the one on the Vita now. I think there might be one mobile, but that's download only, so whatevs. Don't know why there's not one on the 3DS. Namco! But yeah, this one is actually my favorite. Controlling this is fucking amazing. And, like, I guess the whole scaled backness makes it a little easier, more accessible. And, like, I think they do that because, you know, if you're playing it on the go, you can't, like, just concentrate or focus as much as you can if you were at home. So I kind of like that scaled backness, because I do kind of play handheld games a little more casually than everything else. Mega Man Powered Up. Now, I actually speedrun this game, and I was actually speedrunning this game like 2 times a week. I think I sub 30'd it with Proto Man, which is fucking amazing. So yeah, I beat this whole game in less than 30 minutes with Proto Man. I'm not a big Mega Man fan. I am fucking dreadful at fucking Mega Man, like abysmal. This is like a little chibi version, slightly easier, though I have not seen anyone play it not on the easy difficulty, because fuck all, it gets hard. If not damn near impossible, but fantastic kind of reboot of the first Mega Man game. They changed the boss order because they added 2 new characters. They also did something similar with Mega Man X. It's called Mega Man Maverick Hunter, Mega Man X Maverick Hunter, which I do not have, even though they do come in a double pack. So if you can, get the double pack with Mega Man Powered Up and Maverick Hunter. Mega Man Powered Up, if you find it alone, get it. I believe it is the superior of the 2. Mondation Racers. Now, I had my PSP a long time before my PS3, so a lot of these games I got because I really wanted the PS3 version. This game is fun. Customization is a good bit easier than it is over Little Big Planet. And Little Big Planet karting I was not a big fan of that at all. I definitely liked this. I definitely had a good amount of fun out of this game. I think this was an under 20 eventually, back when it was still in stores. Online Chess Kingdoms. Yep, it's chess. It's like virtual chess, but it's chess. I keep adding that to you. I don't mean to. Spy Konami. It's a pretty interesting game. Yeah, you could play it online, even though there's really no online community. It's Wi-Fi capable, of course. But essentially, you got like the characters, and you move the characters and stuff, and they'll actually like have a little animation, like virtual chess on the 64, which I also have, by the way. PaRappa the Rapper. This is a classic returns because this is literally just a reboot of the classic. I do not have the regular one, and I don't have 2. Sadly, sad. This is fucking great. It took me a while to kind of get back into it. It's hard to kind of groove on the PSP, but it is definitely awesome. You can get some downloadable remixes as well. It's just pretty sweet. I mean, it's a great game. Whether you get the original or the one on the PSP, you're in good shape. I think this was like $10 at Walmart, and I was like, oh my god, I remember that fucking game. Hell yeah. Patapon. Rhythm-based game. Really kind of weird how this plays out. Definitely an interesting title that you should at least experience once. Some people experience and go, that's fucking boring. You know, you just kind of tap along. It's kind of like you're making war chants, and you kind of got to tap with the rhythm to proceed. Kind of weird, not for everybody, but I really enjoy it. You can kind of see that they have like certain chants button to each map. Square is Pata, O is Pawn, triangle is Chaka, and X is Dawn. So yeah, you guys can kind of know when they say something, you kind of go along with it. Very interesting title though. This is Patapon 2. I believe this was a download voucher only, which is why I haven't opened it yet. I'm pretty sure there's no physical in here, but I can't fucking remember. I don't know why I didn't open it. I know I played it, but I didn't open it. Patapon 3. Now this one was a physical release, and I haven't played this one either. But yeah, I have all 3 of them because I want to. Same thing. It's just more of the same. Peter Jackson's King Kong. I never played it. I found this at a yard sale. Actually, my mother found this at a yard sale. So, looks pretty interesting. I believe it's a first-person shooter, but I haven't really played it. I guess that might be the shittiest fucking game I've ever seen for a PSP, but I don't even know if it's shitty because I just don't want to play it. Pixel Junk Monsters Deluxe. Most of you may be familiar with Pixel Junk. This game is good aside from the fact that you don't get to save your towers. Once you purchase a tower, if you go on, you have to repurchase that tower. Kind of fucking annoying. I love tower defense, but that doesn't really do it right. Platypus. Now this is available in Xbox Live Arcade, and the Xbox Live Arcade version is more easily compatible with 2 players. So I would definitely recommend getting it on the Xbox Live Arcade. I think it actually might be in the indie market, but I cannot remember. It's a shmup, a side-scrolling shmup where everything is clay-mated. So basically, Clay Fighter if Clay Fighter was a shmup. It's amazing. So it's a good game. Like I said, it is available on Xbox Live Arcade, so fucking pick it up. Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero? Now, Prinny is a spin-off of the oh my god, the Skya series, which I never really put too much time into myself. I don't have any of them. My roommate's a big fan, though. This is an action platformer, a brutally difficult action platformer, but a lot of fucking fun. Really interesting gameplay mechanic where you play as Prinny. I highly, highly recommend this. And, of course, Prinny 2, Dawn of Operation Panties, dude. He says dude, D-O-O-D, and that's how I say dude as well. Gotta have smarts, dude! It's a pretty fucking sweet game, dude. I love these fucking games. They're so much fun. They are painfully difficult. Yeah. So, I'll compare that to another game at the very end. I believe it's almost the last game. This one I didn't put any time into yet. It's called Puzzle Guzzle. This was another $5 brand new game. Puzzle games. So, I mean, you can kind of look at the back. I'm not really sure. It's basically just kind of a tile-based puzzle game. I'm guessing somewhat similar to, like, the likes of Tetris. Not exactly Tetris, but, you know, you get the idea. Rengoku, the Tower of Purgatory. Now, this is a third-person hack-and-slashy kind of game. I haven't put a lot of time into this one either, unfortunately, because I actually got the second one before I got the first one. So, yeah, I know that once I get into it, I'm going to kind of want to get the whole experience out of it. Probably something I'm going to play live, though. It was developed by Hudson, released by Konami, because as you guys know, Konami ended up buying Hudson. So a lot of good talent went into this game. Very interesting premise, at least from the second one. Yeah, so I'm excited to get into both of those. I will probably play those live. If you get one, you got to get the other. This one was at Play and Trade, part of the buy two, get two free, and this was $5 brand new, so pretty cheap to find those. Ridge Racer, you gotta have some kind of racing car game, not kart, but a racing car game on the PSP, so why not Ridge Racer? Big fan of Namco, I kind of like the way they do things. In lieu of an outrun game, Ridge Racer will always kind of rank up there for me. Rock Band Unplugged, this is very similar to Rock Band Blitz, which obviously was not out at the time. Not the best soundtrack in the world, but I guess I'm kind of picky. It's got Bon Jovi on it, though. Fuck Bon Jovi! Sims 2. Yeah, you guys know Sims. Sims 2 Pets. Okay, now these ones are kind of weird. Sonic Rivals and Sonic Rivals 2, and I also have Sonic Rivals 2 Alone, which I like because these ones sadly are the Greatest Hits edition with the red tops, which is why I kept this one, because this one doesn't have the red top. I may one day give away the red top edition of 2, and put my non-red top edition of 2 in here with the red top edition of 1. But regardless, it's a Sonic game where you basically just race one other person who is really hard. Basically, the AI knows the whole map inside and out really well. You kind of just got to figure out how to get through each level as fast as you can and beat the other person. Doesn't sound interesting, but it is pretty fun. It's not really fun, but it is pretty fun. Space Invaders Extreme. I believe Extreme 2 is on the DS. Only, I'm a big fan of Space Invaders. This definitely kind of picks it up. You know, there's like a fever and all that shit. Pretty interesting. There are boss scenes as well. I think I got this game for pretty cheap. If you like Space Invaders, if you like shmups, especially vertical, well, actually they're static screen for the most part. I'm pretty sure this one is static screen, but that just means the screen stays in one place. Lego Star Wars 2. The original trilogy. Well, how is it a trilogy if it's 2? But anyways, yes. Oh, because the original trilogy. Yeah, the wife got this. I think we have this on the Xbox, which I play a lot of, but every now and then you just gotta PSP it. That's part of the buy 2 get 2, so what the fuck now? Taito Legends Powered Up. Now, I wish I had the Taito Legends game, games on the PS2 or Xbox or GameCube. I think they were on the GameCube. Because there's a lot of really great shmups on there. Taito is an amazing fucking company. A lot of really good titles on here as well. We have Space Invaders, Space Invaders 2, New Zealand Story, Crazy Balloon, Kraken Pop, Lunar Rescue, Phoenix, Balloon Bomber, Legend of Cage, so on, so on. Legend of Cage is actually pretty fun. That one I probably play the most. Tekken Dark Resurrection, this was me kind of like, they can't do head-to-head fighters well on handhelds. There's no fucking way. But I bought this just kind of like, whatever, I fucking love Tekken. Why the fuck not? And it's really fucking good. It really ranks up there. If not my favorite, then my second favorite. A lot of fucking fun. Really, really incredibly playable on there. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, if you want brutal, this is the one I'm going to compare with Prinny, because they're really fucking brutal games. You guys know Ghosts and Goblins, I hope. This was an amazing addition to the series. Graphically stunning as fuck. Amazing game. If you can find this, I see it a lot as just the disc, but if you can get this, get that for sure. Untold Legends. This is kind of like a third-person hack and slash RPG or action RPG. Yeah, combat, 4 players. Pretty fun, pretty interesting game. I do have both of them as well. They are from Sony Entertainment, so you kind of get a good amount of quality out of them. This is an interesting game. If you find this, just do not even fucking hesitate. What did I do to deserve this, my lord? And this is amazing. There's basically a bad guy hiding somewhere in the middle of the fucking ground or whatever, middle of a dungeon. You kind of got to dig your way there, send your troops in, and hope to God they make it to him, kidnap him, and make it out. No? Did I fuck it up?
You're the bad guy. You're trying to protect the bad guy.
Oh, fuck me. I said that backwards. Holy shit. You fucking play as the bad guy. Yeah, so it's like a reverse tower defense. Yeah. My fucking wife has put like 1,000 hours in this game. Therefore, I have not been able to put as many hours as I want to into it. But yeah, you make the fucking dungeon. You set your person in the dungeon, and you try to make it so their guys can't get you. I just imagine like a group of monsters coming in. You control the monsters and a group of heroes coming in. It's a fucking great game. The first one, which is downloadable only, is actually on here as well. That is correct, right?
Unlockable.
Oh yeah, it's an unlockable. So you can get the first game as an unlockable on here, so you don't have to buy the first one. But if you cannot find this, at least buy the first one. Same premise. Thank you. Now I'm going to kind of get into some media I have for it. For $7.50 I picked up the Aeon Flux, the complete animated collection. Right before buying this and like finding it on sale, because it was weird because it has a Meyer sticker on it, but I bought it at a Target or something, some shit, I don't fucking remember. But yeah, I watched the series right before buying this, so that's why it's still sealed. But for $7.50, and I actually think it came a little bit less because it was like they had a 40% off clearance or some shit like that. Yeah, so I have that, so that's awesome. And then South Park When Technology Attacks. This one I kind of like because it has the episode where Kenny gets the PSP, and it's just kind of surreal to watch the PSP episode on an actual PSP. So yeah, so that's my collection for the PSP. Awesome system, great bunch of games. You can get a lot of them for really cheap right now, and if you have a PSP or are thinking about getting a PSP, it is a good time because you can get a lot of stuff for really cheap. It's way better than investing in the Vita right now, especially with no additional games on the horizon. So that was my PSP collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Put some comments below. Let me know what's up, and I'll see you next time.